And so what I found during, as we were going through the middle of the pandemic, and to me, San Francisco and the Bay Area was really on the leading edge of doing things that we should have been doing to curve, um, to smash the curve or to flatten the curve. But what we kept getting, and even before the pandemic, was people taking pot shots at the Bay Area. People just continuing to take pot shots of all of the things that are wrong in the Bay Area. And as you said, we know we have our share of problems, and everywhere else has its share of problems as well. But continue to take those pot shots. And I was okay with those pot shots until people who lived in the Bay Area, that they started to get down and they started to not think about the optimism of the Bay Area and what was magical about it, that they began to get down. And then that's when we started to hear the things about the exodus and people leaving. And it was when my friend Mimi Haas sent a few of us an article, and it talked about the 1850s and what happened after 1850 in San Francisco. And the article started with all of the things that were happening in San Francisco in 1850. And if you didn't know you were reading an article about the 1850s, you would think it was happening now. And then it went on to talk about all of the incredible innovations and inventions and really the creation of the social safety net that still exists in San Francisco and beyond, that was a result of the 1850s. And so we began to think at a tipping point that we need to reinstill that type of civic pride, or at least remind people of that type of civic pride in our Bay Area. Because one thing that we know, that what's worse than leaving, right? If you're going to leave, then you're going to leave. What's worse than leaving is that if you are a resident, or you're a citizen, or you're a participant in the Bay Area, and if you disengage. And disengaging in what's happening around you locally is a danger to the Bay Area. It is a danger to all of us, because we need all of us to make what we're trying to do in the Bay Area, this great experiment, work. The reason I say we need everyone is because, I work in the field of philanthropy, but I also talk to national philanthropists about investing in the Bay Area. And anytime I talk to someone nationally, they say, well, you got everything you need in the Bay Area. You got more billionaires than anywhere else. You got more multi-global companies than anywhere else. You should be able to solve your own problems without investments from the outside. So what that tells me is that no one is coming to save us, right? Nobody is riding in on a white horse or Batman car, anything to save the Bay Area. That is going to be up to us to do what it is that we need to do to make this the region that we talk about, right? To make what's happening in our region match the rhetoric that we talk about and the way that we talk about how we want things to happen in our region.